Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. Written by Juliana Buerio Gotes. Visiting Yellowstone National Park after a forest fire, I saw green shoots poking up from the black ashes of burnt trees. I learned that the seeds of some tree species lie dormant until the heat of a fire cracks their coats. Only then does germination begin. Nature provides a way to arise from ashes. In my faith tradition, ashes are a potent symbol. On a Wednesday in February or March, folks wear black cross-shaped smudges on their foreheads. Christians adopted the Jewish custom of wearing ashes to signal mourning or repentance. However, the ashes worn by Christians come from palm branches carried in the previous year's Palm Sunday service. Arising from ashes describes a path undergone by many LGBTQ+ folks. Let me offer two illustrative stories. A student, having hidden his identity at the university where I was a professor, contacted me shortly before graduation. He wanted to share his story. It mattered that at least one person on campus knew him for who he was. Isolated on campus, shaken by conversion therapy, he hurt. Later, in a new, supportive environment, he came alive again, found love, married happily, and is blossoming in his profession. My queer son battled crippling depression, coming to grips with his sexual identity while growing up in our conservative community. With family support and acceptance by a local LGBTQ+ group and others, he emerged from depression, able to finish high school and college. He is now training as a counseling psychologist with the goal to provide affirming services to the LGBTQ+ community. The growing acceptance of LGBT individuals has been met with backlash by groups who want to return them to the closet. Rejection, fear of violence, uncertainty about the future, and just longing to be loved can destroy people, but there is a promise of arising from this. In today's Old Testament passage, the prophet Haggai speaks to the people of Judah. They have returned home from years of forced exile, but they came back to the rubble of their beloved temple. Through Haggai, the Lord tells the people to rebuild the temple. He promises that the second temple will be greater than the first. The people will be restored and find peace. It is an ancient promise that to arise from ashes stronger and better is possible. Our challenge as individuals today is to be the loving, supportive presence for all of God's children who grow out of the rubble, to be the seed whose protective shell is allowed to open.